What's good, people? My name is Dami Fidun and I'm a second year studying architecture at St. John's College. This year is the 150th anniversary of Varsity football. With 4 university football players, 2 from the women's team and 2 for the men's team. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Anna. I'm a third year physics student at Jesus and I play centre back.
Hi, I'm Abbie. I'm a third year history student at Emma and I play centre mid.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm a third year law student at Clare and I play in the 10.
Hi, I'm Ife. I'm a second year engineer at Holmerton and I play centre mid.
Beautiful. What is your experience of football before coming to Cambridge University?
So I started playing when I was like 10 or 11 up until I was 15, and then I quit because I wanted to do running and triathlon instead. And then when I came to uni, I thought it'd be really nice to do a team sport again. So yeah, then I started playing for the uni.
I played football since I was about 5, so I just played since then. I played a lot in my teenage years, so I played for Leeds for 5 years and then for Sheffield for 2 years before I came to uni. And then when I came to uni, I thought, well, I've been doing it for this long, can't give up now. So I came to Blues Trials in my first year and just sort of played for the Blues ever since.
So I started playing at 8 because it was sort of the cool thing to do on the playground, but fell in love with the game, never stopped playing. I played for a Frida Academy, but nothing as cool as that. Came to Cambridge in pre-season and I was staying with a 4th year footballer, so all the first people I met at the uni were part of the football setup, boys and girls. And it's been a real big part of my social life and university life since I've been here, and I've loved it.
I first went to football training for my local club when I was 5, but I spent the most of my time playing school football, and so I was excited to play for the university when I came here.
Nice one. So what is Varsity?
So Varsity is, so as you said, it's the 150th game and it's a match between Cambridge and Oxford. Basically, it's just a chance for us to pretend like we're professional footballers, get a big crowd behind us. It's usually an amazing day out, loads of people come and watch, everyone gets really passionate about it. But it is just a football game between 2 universities.
What is your favourite Varsity memory?
So my first year, we played at the Abbie against Oxford and we drew in normal time and then we sadly lost on penalties, so that was a bit of a kick in the teeth. But last year we had a really good time and we won 4-0 in Oxford, and it was just the epitome of all we'd done that season, and we had a really big celebration, not only of the game but of all our efforts across the season, so that was really good.
If I had to put it down to one moment, which is sort of difficult in terms of the stuff that you bring from these games, it'd be in my first year we went to Oxford, which is where we're going this year again, for 2's Varsity. We beat them 3-1. My family came to watch, so it was sort of a real emotional moment with everyone there. And then the bus back was, a party bus is the only way to describe it. Lots of singing, lots of dancing, probably wasn't legal getting out of the seats like that. But it was good fun and sort of a real good moment with all the whole team celebrating the season together.
So obviously both of you guys are captains for your squad this year for Varsity. What's been that process? What's the process like for you in choosing the team for Varsity?
It does start quite early because you've got to sort of obviously take into account people who might be injured. I mean, this year we've had a really bad run with injuries, so we've had not full squads for a lot of our matches. So you've got to start thinking about it quite early, thinking, is she going to be back, etc., etc. But then it was just really about trying to fine tune it around players who were sort of on the cusp of playing for us or playing for the Eagles, and it was then it's sort of talking to people, finding out what they want, and basically liaising with our coach. But it was quite a long process this year on the women's side, but it's all sorted now, and hopefully we've got 3 excellent squads that we can beat Oxford with.
So I think we have different roles. So obviously as Blues captain, they get their pick of whoever they want, and then sometimes they've taken our players on the men's side. However, the selection process really, you sort of get together as a whole exec committee. And what's really nice about CUAFC is that it's a conversation with everyone. It's not just each squad is isolated. It really is like one club, both with the men's and women's together as well. And you just talk through each player, discuss sort of the needs for the game, how players have played throughout the season and sort of on form. You build a squad based around that, talk with the managers as well. And once that's done, you'll ring players individually beforehand just to have that personal approach, let them know. And then you'll announce the squads and then it's all guns ahead for that game.
Nice one. So Varsity does sound like a big thing, but obviously you're at Cambridge, you need to focus on your course. How do you keep that balance, to stay on top of your work?
It's not easy. The degree is really, really quite difficult, and university football is quite a big commitment. I think the cliche thing is, stay organised, stay this, stay that, but it's not always that easy. And I guess for me, it kind of helps that I've also got some course mates who also do university level sport. So kind of like, we're in this together. We kind of understand what each other's going through.
Obviously it's difficult, but I think it also weirdly helps to be more efficient with your work, because you have like scheduled time aside where you go play football, and like you can really just take your mind off things, and then you go back, and then a lot of times I find I'm actually more productive when I get back from training. But obviously, especially with like a match day where you're just gone for the whole day, it's quite difficult. Yeah.
So how do you navigate that? Away days on Wednesdays,
There's a lot of work on the bus. So like there's a lot of, I've planned quite a lot of essays on the bus, which sometimes is like fine because everyone else is working, but sometimes it's like, oh, I've got to do work, and everyone else is like really happy after a win and singing and whatever. But yeah, you have to like firm it and just work on the bus.
When is Varsity this year?
So Blues Varsity is in Cambridge this year at the Abbie Stadium, which is Cambridge United's ground, on the 15th, Friday the 15th of March. So women are kicking off at 5, men are kicking off at 8. And we want to see as many people down there as possible. You can go on the Cambridge United website for tickets, but you can also buy tickets off anyone you know who's a member of the university club. So message us, message the Instagram account. But yeah, we just want to get as many people down there as possible. There'll be food, there'll be drink, there'll be singing. There should be 2 varsity wins. So yeah, hopefully we'd like to see as many of you as possible.
So Twos Varsity is coming up even sooner than that. It's Sunday the 3rd of March. It's in Oxford City Stadium, otherwise known as the Royal Charding Stadium. Lots of games, so you can come for a whole day. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring your pets. We want everyone there. Women's 3s kick off at 11, men's 3s at 1, women's 2s at 3, and men's 2s closing out the day at 5.
So the Varsity games are coming up very soon. What are you doing to prepare for this big game?
So for the Eagles, I think one of the most important things is fitness, because we play in a Sunday league, not Bucks, which means that with teams we're playing are typically more physically strong than us, but they're not necessarily as fit. Versus I think with Oxford, we can expect a side that's quite fit. So we've been going on a lot of team runs, doing strength training, fitness training, all of that. Yeah.
We've mainly been preparing by doing quite well in the cup, so we're playing quite a lot of games in the cup just to get us ready. We've got a big semi-final next week. But we're also doing quite a lot of like team bonding. So we're having a team meal, we're going to have a little team party, and just generally sort of trying to build the bonds. So come what may, Varsity will all stick together.
So I think with preparation, it's the little things that make the biggest difference. And my new alarm is the UEFA Champions League soundtrack. And so that's waking me up every day just to get me in the mood for that big game.
With the varsity squads having been announced quite recently, it's really important for us to build up team chemistry. So we've been training quite a lot together, and we've had quite a lot of matches. But for me, I think the most important thing is to rest, to make sure I'm ready for the day.
Thank you guys for today. 6 Varsity games coming up. Come on, Cambridge, let's do this.
Come on.
Yes. Nice.